Hi guys, morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to Skribr and Decoders. With us today from Skribr is Leeway. How you doing?
Hi, hi. How are you all doing?
And of course, Vincent Decoders.
Hoi, hoi.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm your host,
That's going to stay
V50.
with me now. I think
Okay.
V deserves a hoi hoi as well, Vincent.
Huh?
V deserves a hoi hoi as well.
Oh yeah, hoi hoi.
Cool, thanks guys.
Pleasure.
All right. Oh god. Let's get into it. Coinbase is announcing a smart wallet with no seed phrase. I don't know. Like, Are we unsafe enough, or are we going even riskier with a smart wallet? As somebody
So
who just
my
got
understanding
hacked,
of it,
not into
yeah,
it.
I think I did a little bit of reading into it. My initial understanding of it is it's sort of a middle ground, because that seed phrase can pose a bit of friction for someone wanting to come on board. They basically allowing people to use, say, their Google Chrome logins, fingerprint ID or YubiKeys as their way to get into their wallet. My big question is what happens with those seed phrases, because if it's not being given to the client to store for themselves, is that being kept somewhere? And if so, does that become vulnerable? But it definitely seems like a middle ground between the people who like, the whole idea of a seed phrase, you have full control of your assets, but you've also got the responsibility that comes with it as well. So it might be a middle ground for those who don't want that full responsibility, but still want to get involved in some level. And I guess for me, it's as long as people understand the risk that's involved with that and that they're taking themselves, that's their own choice. I personally will never touch it with the 10-foot pole, but I'm OCD as hell, but I've also got experience in the space as well. So I think it's nice to have different options available for people, but they need to understand what's involved with each one.
Yeah. It seems, can we get rid of Reckless Kitty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming these are bots of some sort.
Yeah, it's gone.
It would seem to me that like decentralization, it would be anti-decentralization for decentralization maxis. It would also be not really a self-custody wallet if you don't have your seed phrase. So where I see that it could be better for onboarding, like it kind of defeats the whole purpose of decentralization.
Yeah.
Which seems strange.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But I guess my sort of thesis on it has been, I don't know if we'll ever reach a fully decentralized system that everyone gets on board with. There's gonna need to be steps to it, scales to it, that people can get on board to whatever degree they wish. And who knows, if that becomes an opportunity to then say, hey, you're in, let's educate you on actual full self-custody, then I'm for that too. But I did take issue. Coinbase did make the case that they were still allowing people self-custody, which for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure if that's true, because I'm still very much a big believer in not your keys, not your wallet. So depends on how they actually integrate it all. But my biggest question mark is, what's happening with all those seed phrases, private keys being stored?
Right. Congrats, Leeway. I'm sorry. Pengzu's saying congrats. I forgot to say it as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Congrats for what?
Got engaged.
Okay. Did you share it on the timeline?
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, for a nice little advocacy for some of the connections you can make in this space, a guy, Aladdin, who I met through Fat Cats, he actually custom made it for me. And that was a really awesome experience. And I believe he's actually doing something with his jewelry business now in a Web3 capacity. So I wish him the best of luck. His PC made for me was absolutely stunning. So I can definitely say he did a great job, and I was really happy with it all. So much love to you, Aladdin. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. And congrats again.
Thank you. That was awesome. Much appreciated.
I guess also, like, think about it with Coinbase. Coinbase is already like most people's entry into crypto, like onboarding or offboarding, and you don't apart from however you log into your Coinbase, you don't have a seed phrase to actually get into Coinbase and buy things. It's like a password or whatever. And technically, those are all wallets because you're transferring from those wallets to your own wallets. So I guess for some people,
yeah. Sorry, go on.
For some people, it would be like not much different. It's almost like keeping it that onboarding wallet.
Yeah, they do actually have. Granted, I haven't used it in a long time, so maybe it's changed. But at least previously, they have had their own wallet web extension before. That was sort of competing with MetaMask for.
Oh yeah, they have a Coinbase wallet versus Coinbase itself, where you buy the crypto, and so that you do have a seed phrase for
different stepping stones. Yeah, correct.
And to be honest with you, go on. Sorry.
No, I was good.
Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, I have that Coinbase wallet. It's fine. I don't use it for everything, but I've found it easier. I talk about it all the time. MetaMask makes me sad. We didn't get Ethereum on Phantom until very recently, or anything until, all of these integrative wallets are kind of new technology, as it were. So before that, I would send things to my Coinbase wallet or sometimes when you go to Coinbase to buy something, it says you can't buy it here, but you can buy it on your Coinbase wallet, or you can swap it at least. Like things like Blast or Base, I think you can get them on the Coinbase wallet. Mm-hmm. So that's how I ended up even having the Coinbase wallet for things.
Yeah,
and utilizing
I think there's definitely advantages to it. I think one of the big advantages I saw with the smart wallet is they're allowing participating partners to pay your gas fees for you. So a certain platform might say, hey, if you use us, we'll actually cover the gas fees. And it sounds like that'll only be possible through Coinbase wallet. Yes, thank you, Drew. I was wondering if someone was going to notice. Shout out to all my Queenslander peeps. Had to rock the jersey
rugby
after victory last night. It's a rugby thing.
Let's go.
I was wondering if anyone would notice.
So, we're in the match.
I mean, I wouldn't notice off the bat, but as soon as you held up the thing, I was like, must be rugby. Yeah. GM's true, and yes, congratulations on your victory. What's a Queenslander? It's a rugby team, apparently.
It's a state. It's one of the states of Australia. And every year we have a special series of rugby where we play New South Wales, our arch rivals, and we basically wipe the floor with them every single year because we're far superior.
Someday the tables have to turn, unless you're.
Well, they said that when they broke our 9-year winning streak, but then we're back 2 years in a row now. So
let's go.
All right, I'll leave my rugby toxicity to the side for now. I get way too into it.
All right. So, anything else to add to the Coinbase discussion?
Not off the top of my head. I think it's just going to be details as they come out more and more.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And like you said, it could be really good for onboarding because there was something I was using the other day that I'm like, how would anybody come in here and subject themselves to this? Like, why? Yeah. There was something that was so, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. I'll remember in a minute, but it was something that I was like having problems. Oh, I know what it was. It was, that thing, is it called Galaxy? Galaxe? I think it's pronounced Galaxy, but it's like Zeely, but it's just so difficult to use that I'm like, why would anybody use this? Like, I don't want to use it. So why would somebody coming off the street just learning about this even, I tried for half an hour and I was like, oh, forget it. I'm not getting to level 2 of this. This is crazy.
Good efforts last that long. I normally cut my loss pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was kind of determined, but it's like, so I know what happened. It's like, so I logged in, and you either have to log in and connect your Twitter or your Discord or connect your wallet. So I decided on Discord. I was like, fuck, I'll do that. And so I did that. And then at a certain point, it goes, you need to connect your wallet to get the like the points or something. So then you connect your wallet and it completely disregards your Discord and opens it as a new account. But then the new account, you haven't completed the quest on the new account with the wallet. And it's just like,
No, I could definitely see that would that drive you nuts for sure.
Yeah, it was incredibly annoying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Drew.
So, Drew, I think we will see a transition period where newbies use this type of solution. Hopefully, over time, more people will dedicate themselves and go to self-custody. That's what happened with Coinbase, right? Like you use Coinbase and you get wrecked by 3% fees on each transaction, and then you open a Binance account.
Yeah, except that you can pay the like $20 a month, or I can't remember how much it is, and you can get rid of all the fees, which turn out, if you're a frequent user, to be less than the 3% for sure. So everybody ends up being a Coinbase Pro user in the end. So it's a win-win for them, but it's like either you're paying major transactions or minor transactions somewhere along the line. But
or just use an exchange with reasonable fees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know that's not for everyone.
Yeah. But I mean, look, most banks charge fees. Like it's only in the advent of fintech that we're, and they're charging you fees to basically borrow your money at the end of the day, because like,
correct.
They're out there trading and lending your money the whole time, and then so you've always paid bank fees up until recently. And then what's it like stocks? You always pay a percentage either per trade or monthly or weekly.
Nature of the game.
Even owning stocks.
Huh?
Or even owning them. Like I know my dad was like telling me, "Oh yeah, no, I have to pay monthly or yearly fees to just own the stocks."
Well, I mean, in America, it's like it would be with crypto. It's like every buy or sell is a
tax event. But like it was holding the stock. Like owning a stock, you need to pay like a broker fees for them to manage that. Fuck that! Like what the heck?
Like I said, it's almost like a bank. You pay like a monthly fee or something.
Yeah.
So like the only thing I can say is that I don't pay majorly because all of my stocks are in retirement accounts. So like that's the other thing is if you don't have it in a particular retirement account, you're paying tax at the end of when you cash it out in retirement. And it's like, who wants to be paying tax when we're not making any money then, right? And we're on a fixed income. The retirement account I particularly have mine in is that I pay the tax. I've paid the tax up front, and I'm not getting the tax benefit each year, like the tax deduction each year for having it because I'm not paying the tax at the end. So it's pay now, pay later. There's no way out of it in a lot of ways, and like even with crypto to on or off.
I mean, it's business.
To off-ramp it,
I think all you can do is just look for opportunities or ways to try and work in your favor. Like, people in Australia, I think the most commonly used exchange for people to come on board with is CoinSpot. And,
what about CoinJar?
I don't believe so. It's primarily CoinSpot. Okay. Drew can probably correct me on this, but their fees are quite exorbitant. But once you sort of get in the game, you can then start to look for those other things as well.
Yeah.
So as a way in, certainly not the worst thing in the world. And then as you start to get a bit more savvy, you start to look for those sorts of things. Like I operate the 2 exchange system. I onboard through an Australian exchange because I have to, but then I send everything off to another exchange to get the lower fees. And it's extra work, but I'm willing to do that. Not everyone is. Each their own at the end of the day. And it depends on how regularly you're trading as well.
Why I think about that, I want to rebalance my portfolio and get some WBTC and WETH on Solana. Is that like a risk associated with that? Like I know it's backed by BitGo, but like there is no. I thought that we had an issue with FTX, right? With WBTC when the backing was shit and it went to shit, right?
Yeah. So you still have deep peg risk with those because you're not necessarily guaranteed for every BTC you hold that there is a BTC being held on the Bitcoin network for you. It's like a receipt sort of token. So there's got to be someone along the way who's going to take your WBTC, give you your BTC back. And for Solana, a lot of that was being done by FTX. So when they went under, there were concerns about, do they have enough Bitcoin to cover all the rats out there? And then that's where there's a big depeg when that happened. So there's always a risk.
But right now it's pegged, right? The peg is backed.
Right now it is.
Backed up. Yes.
Right now.
So who is doing the peg?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
But there's something happening there.
I don't know. I don't know. You might want to check into ZBTC with Zeus. I'm not sure how that works, but it could be an option. Hey, Drew. First of all, thanks for the explanation. Second of all, it is not my Super Bowl. It is not my Super Bowl. Remember that I am not a citizen of the United States of America. Everywhere I am, football is played by kicking a ball with your foot.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Thank you for the explanation. But please never put Super Bowl and me and ownership of it in my thing, because it's absolutely not something I subscribe to at all. The only American sport I really like is basketball, which is actually a French sport at the end of the day, isn't it? I believe basketball is originally a French sport. Pretty sure. Could be wrong. But I think originally, back in the day, it was a French sport before it was anything. But
no, it's from Massachusetts.
It's from Massachusetts?
Springfield, Massachusetts.
Began with an invention in 1891 in Springfield, Massachusetts, by Canadian physical
education instructor. It's one of those that is originally
tennis is French.
Tennis. Okay, tennis.
I think. Okay, maybe it's Brit. Is it Brit? Where the origin tennis? Yeah, France. Yeah, because it's like a jeu de paume. So it's like during the Revolution, they were like playing with their hands. And then they say, it hurts a lot. And then they put a racket and then tennis.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a really nice little breakdown there.
Yeah. A little bit off course. A little bit off course. So, all right. So the next thing is Sanctum Season 1 is done. We're waiting for Cloud. I guess Cloud is the TGE. So a couple of things here. We were talking about it before the show. This is an opportunity to take money out of the LSTs that you may not believe in so heavily and roll them back into either LSTs that you do or back into Sol and do something with it. I'm going to be honest, I didn't read up about Cloud. It's coming. I think, I did watch the Decoders stream with the Sanctum guy. They seem to know what they're doing. They seem to have a long-term vision. So hopefully Cloud is bullish.
Yeah, the thread is good. And even the tokenomics, it's clean. So, I can put up the tweet with the distribution stuff.
Yeah, I had to read through it. I think overall my initial instinct is positive. I think some of the points that they made, I thought, hey, I like the sound of that. Mind you, I don't consider myself a tokenomics expert in any way, shape, or form. And, I've been duped by my fair share of founders too. So, I wouldn't necessarily take me saying, hey, I like what he says as oak. But certain things like, that it'd be very easy for them to, finish up season 1 and get started straight on season 2, keep that TVL going. They're not doing that. They're going to delay that and wait until season 2 launches alongside something of value. And they're going to sacrifice, that initial attractive looking TVL for that. And I respect that as well, that they're willing to do that and ensure that they're putting their time into a good product. I guess a couple notes that I made, some key details. So no VCs were formally involved in the investors side of things. 18% of supply will be unlocked at token launch. 10% is the airdrop, 8% going into the LFG pool. And I couldn't quite confirm if this was the case, but they said the pool launch price, I think, is going to be set to an FTV of 50 million, which is what their pre-sale price was. They're actually not going higher than their pre-sale and matching that, which is different. And that price is about 5 cents per token, if I've interpreted that correctly.
Nice.
And then they're looking at different mechanisms to try and incentivize people to not claim and dump right away. So some ideas have been thrown around, but they're going to try and work something out, whether that might be you claim a certain amount up front and the rest gets vested, or, something cited, I think it was drift, where if you didn't claim immediately and waited, you got to double your allocation or whatever it might be. So they're working on a few little bits of game theory there to try and incentivize people to not dump right away and hold. Oh, there you go. It was drift. So I'm interested to see what they come up with. Yeah, definitely interesting.
Okay, but with that, you kind of like delay the dump.
So there is that as well, but it also gives them time maybe to come up with something to do with it. But also they've said, if for people who want to claim and dump right away, they can, but they just give up some of their allocation as well. So mind you, that's not confirmed. It's just sort of throwing ideas out there to come up with some sort of game theory there. But yeah, I'm curious to see what they come up with.
Drew is so consistent, stack sats. And also, Drew, how are those Utes going? Anyway, sorry, I had to have a laugh. Oh, hi.
I think he's on a bit of a delay. He seems to be commenting.
There's a delay between the chat and us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, I think overall, my initial instinct was that it's
sat. I think is what you heard me say. If it was me,
what's a stab?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, 1% fees on all transactions, and the spreads are terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I always get excited.
No, there is not that there is not like a 30-minute delays. No, is
I don't know. What's going on with Drew? Maybe he was.
Yeah, I think he's on a delay.
A real delay.
What a stab! Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
Oh, no. It's because we consistently went through it when Jared used to have a space. We consistently went through, like, every day. Drew would come up and tell us like what he was bullish on about Utes, and it was just like this constant like battle between Jared going, "All right, tell us."
Here we go.
So I was just continuing the tradition somewhat.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, but don't send Utes to 0. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
No, don't you remember the what was it? Let it go to 0 or let it go lower?
Lower, not zero, lower. Yeah.
Yeah, Vince.
Everybody has those shirts, right? That say "D-Gods to 0."
What?
Shirts. Oh, what? Why did I always think you live? I do live in the U.S., Drew, but I am not American.
Citizen of
the
the world.
To be fair to him, but
Vinny's gone.
I think she was so taken aback by the U.S. comment or the U.S.
That's Senator Warren going after her.
Oh, good grief!
Oh my God! Have you seen like the new interview and stuff?
Oh no! What she said now?
No, Gary Gensler saying, the other guys. I forgot his name. Like saying, like we will have an ETF for Bonk, Doge, and stuff.
Not sure what happened there. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
A Bonk ETF.
Yeah.
You have my attention.
Yeah.
What was said there?
Okay.
Jim Cramer called for a Bonk
Cramer,
ETF.
yes.
Yeah, he did. Cramer called.
Bonk's going down now. We all know the inverse Cramer rule.
Everybody said that, and I'm like, no.
Sure. I'm going to go short the shit out of Bonk now, and that's not financial advice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Drew, I do live in the States at the moment, at least, for a little while longer, but I am not American. I just sound it somewhat. Oh.
Oh, is that the Gary Gensler thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That's I mean with ETH ETF, like all of the token can basically get one.
Well, I think that's what, the question is, if does that open the floodgate? Because they always sort of made
Yeah.
a distinction between Bitcoin and everything else as far as what's being
Yeah.
identified as a security. So hopefully, if ETH does get the approval, then that could well open the floodgates for.
Well, I mean,
for
like,
everything to come on
yeah, with ETH ETF, like the question, oh, is crypto security, blah blah blah, it's over. Like, that's it.
I don't understand that well enough to be as confident, but I'll take your word for it.
I mean,
yeah. they're gonna rationalize it to what benefits them.
Yeah,
I have no doubt.
100%.
We have no say in that. That's just
we
don't need
an ETF to buy more Solana anyway, so it's cool.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's the priority anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send Solana to 500.
So Jenner and Mother are still alive. Mother maybe a little bit more than Jenner. Quite surprising. But yeah, I'm most surprised by Mother, to be honest. Like I'm surprised by things that I'm hearing that Iggy has said. She's she talked about adding that there's going to be utility. She's bought into some sort of cell phone company, like mobile phone company, that she says that you're going to be able to. She's already started talking to the processors about being able to pay with Mother token. She's also, she's now wearing a mad lass. She's everybody is simping for her on the side, on the timeline, looking for her to like wear their PFP or buy into their project, or just look at them, or look at their meme, their rap. Like it's been, the memes have been fire. I will say that.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing memes, and they are pretty fire.
And that's the only thing that's matter for meme coins.
Huh?
That's the only thing that's matter for meme coins. That's it. Like you just need the good memes.
It's
like 100 million.
But
yeah.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit.
Can you guys confirm? So I feel like you're probably more dialed into this than I am. But the whole Caitlyn Jenner thing, was that actually from her? Or because everyone was saying, no, it's a hack. It's a hack. This is sus as all hell.
It's
like,
not
did we get confirmation?
I mean, I don't have any confirmation.
She walked with Sahil and she get fucked by him, and then she say, oh yeah, he's a scammer, so no, we are going to migrate the Jenner token to ETH. And that's here it's the tweet when she said, oh yeah, we're going to ETH.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. And so now the Solana token is cooked. But bro, like Mother, yesterday it was 100 million. Like what the fuck?
Yep. Yeah. Some people
good on her. I was still just taken by surprise of all people. It's just Iggy Azalea is sort of, nothing against it, but she's sort of faded into obscurity over the years. Just some an Australian of all people as well. I have a weird patriotism for that, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
get off the blocks. Perfect. I mean, she did. I mean, it is. I think the whole thing's funny. Like, it's kind of like not to.
Lost her. I think we've lost her again.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll have a shout out to Iggy if she's still based in Australia, because she grew up quite close to where I am. So if she's around Australia, needs a hand, feel free to reach out as well.
Call me, Iggy.
Can't guarantee I'll be of much use, but yeah. Oh, hang on.
Yes, V.
In and out.
What's up? Okay.
That's all right. It is what it is.
I don't know. this is, but it's painful. But for lack of a better term, it's almost like every dog has their day. Like everybody can get another. Like Iggy Azalea definitely had a moment. She's had her 15 kind of minutes of fame for somebody who's like I guess a C tier musician, if I can say that. But she's having this amazing rebirth in terms of like seeing an opportunity and really maximizing it. Lost you again?
Yeah, you should cut your camera. We are losing you again.
I think her internet's just not agreeing with her today. It is what it is.
I mean, she's doing it
sorry,
right way, right? Like Iggy is doing the right way. She's doing and she has her brother understanding the crypto culture, and that's what every other celebrities are missing out, because they are going to talk to grifters, and then those guys don't care about the ecosystem. They're just like Sahil like guys. It's like fucking Crypto King, right? Like the guys who made who scammed Logan Paul out of fake Pokemon cards, right?
Yeah, the Crypto Zoo or whatever it was called.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think she seems to be doing it a much more maybe grassroots approach, like directly to the community, engaging with the community. What I'm most curious about is this her first foray into crypto, or has she been around sort of low key, incognito, getting familiar with it, and then did it?
I don't think so. I think it's just her brother.
Yeah.
Like her brother say, let's try.
Someone got her in and they just went for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to know sort of how that process happens, just from an onboarding perspective, so to speak.
All right.
You good?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm going to try it without the camera and see if that helps, if it's just taking too much bandwidth, but I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's been fine all day.
Murphy's Law,
it's upload. It's a upload traffic. It's different than navigating. You're sending data. That's why.
Yeah, no. I was having shady internet leading up to this, but it's been good all day, so I was like, great. But yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't like Restream. And I have a feeling that they're working on something, because it has been a little spotty recently, more so than usual. Oh well, it was good while it lasted. Oh no, okay, number 4 was not us. So anything else to say about Mother or Jenner other than surprised that
3,000%. 3,000%.
Best of luck to her. Hope she keeps killing it. I know a lot of the Skribr boys have done very well yield farming it on Meteor. They've been absolutely loving it.
How do you lead farm in that?
Sorry?
How do you LP that kind of token?
I personally haven't been, so I can't speak for how the other guys have been doing it. But I know Denomics, a few of the other guys in Skribr, they've been making a killing. I don't want to throw any numbers out there, but they've been doing quite well on it. I personally haven't been. Last couple of weeks been hectic, but yeah, good on them for what they've been pulling off with it for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah. So next topic of conversation is auto-approve live for flash trade on Phantom. I don't use auto-approve for anything, so not news I can use at all. But
personally, I will, even with the option, I'd never use auto-approve as well. But again, I'm a paranoid motherfucker. But I understand some of the guys have been having issues with flash trade in terms of their transactions going through. So maybe having that auto-approve process speeds that up. But that's still a them problem, I think, that they have to address rather than the auto-approve.
You have auto-approve on Jup too.
Yeah, and I don't use it. I refuse.
I don't use any auto-approves because the way that I've been drained, the only way that I've been drained, and it was minor, is when I first started and I didn't really know what I was doing, is one of those mints where it's it must have been lunch my NFT, not that I remember, but it's it's supposed to be 0.069 and you do one goes through at 0.069 and the next one takes all the money in your wallet. And
Yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't really know what it meant, and I approved it, and I was like, oh, never again. Like, always gonna
Yeah,
wait
but
to
that's why
see
Sometimes
what
they
that
it
wipe
little
it.
says.
extra second is what you need.
But and
Yeah.
they're taking it the other way around, right? They auto approve on dedicated website. The problem is like
But
if you
that still
change.
creates a vector to be exploited.
Yes, no, that's
as
true.
well.
But I know it was one of the requests. Like I remember like Sir Big Brain tweeting about like if a Phantom. Do you know any other auto approved features in another wallet? Because if Phantom deactivated, I don't want to use it anymore. So
Oh, okay.
there is some usage. Like, bro, when you have to validate like 50 NFT transaction, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
On your
Like, I
fucking
can see- I
ledger
can-
and
I can-
stuff. Click, 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 click.
No, I'd rather
Uh,
have it personally.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a
But
place for
personal
it. It's just
preference.
ultimately how people, how people choose to manage that. Again, know the risks, manage accordingly.
Yeah.
Have at it. Go
On
for
the
your
other way
life.
around, you can have a DID app, you know, like when you have like a third party app where like you have this Facebook Connect button that track your asset, and you use that as a identity card instead of connecting your wallet. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
okay.
Mm.
I guess it depends on what's
Yeah.
on chain and what's not. That'll be the other distinction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Drew, like,
Oh, yeah.
Black Widow will always be the absolute banker. For me, Iggy Azalea is Black Widow. Other than that, I have no idea what the fuck she has done. She's saying or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Just Black Widow.
Well, she started with work. She was actually originally signed to T.I.'s label, and they fell out, famously fell out after a while. But no, she's had some songs, catchy-ish. They're all on the timeline right now if you want to catch up on them.
Okay, I don't know
what kind of behavior.
I
What am I
mean, on
doing?
his comments is so weird right now.
Yeah, Drew,
I'm really
Drew,
worried.
you
What have I
have
said that stitched myself up?
Drew, you are watching another podcast, bro. Like that doesn't make
I
sense.
don't know. In any case,
Now I'm really paranoid. I'll have to watch this back and figure out what he's referring to.
it must be something to
I've
do
been
with Iggy
good.
Azalea. Drew's 10
Yeah,
minutes late.
Yeah.
Yeah, strange.
Oh, he must be referring to when I said Iggy reach out. Oh, professional.
Oh,
crypto.
yeah. Drew, you should click on the live icon on the YouTube player.
But then he'd skip all the great stuff in between.
True.
Yeah.
I'll
Maybe
leave
that's
a
what
little Easter egg
happened.
for Drew.
Yeah. Phantom launches full Bitcoin support. I think that was like 2 weeks ago, but I can't remember. Things just are flowing in. But yeah.
So Drew just realized he was live.
Drew needed to catch up.
Yeah. See. Okay. No.
Oh, that's
now we're
hilarious.
talking.
Yeah, your timing was so weird before, Drew. We were all kind of like, what?
And for someone who's typically
welcome to the show, Drew. Welcome.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's okay.
So yeah, Phantom offers full Bitcoin support. Okay, so Magic Eden has it. Who else has it? I think it's just Phantom and Magic Eden are the full service wallets now, right? I don't think
so. I guess I don't play around on Bitcoin too much, but I'm wondering what was not available before that is available now.
Well, you can hold Bitcoin in a Phantom wallet, and
Okay.
I would guess I'm certain that you can now hold ordinals in that wallet as well. Whereas before you had to, you had to get your X first out and buy and sell there, and you have your two different wallets, your ordinals wallet and your thing. I'm just saying, like, now you can have, if you want, Phantom, ETH, Bitcoin, Polygon, whatever else they come up with, which I'm sure will be Blast and Base next, because those are the most popular ones right now. Is still XDeFi. I've never heard of XDeFi.
Never fucking use it.
Yeah, can't say I know. Can't say I know that one.
Never heard of it, but I might check it out. I mean, I don't need another wallet. I was going
exactly.
through my apps trying to erase things, and I was like, I had a Verita wallet. What the hell is a Verita wallet? I don't think I ever used it. I erased it. So if I just erased generational wealth, there you have it. But yeah, I don't know. Like you need a this wallet for say, and you need a that wallet for modular.
Right.
It's like, you know, I haven't saying that. It's not like I rushed out and I moved all of my stuff from my X first to my to a phantom wallet, so they're all under one roof. Because you know, it's nice to have a little separation so you don't lose everything if something bad
Yeah,
happens.
correct.
Knock on wood.
Correct.
But it's also expensive to move Bitcoin around. You know, it's not exactly a cheap transaction for me just to have it in a phantom wallet all of a sudden.
Yeah, I still personally prefer to segregate my wallets just for my own organizational purposes. Like even just Sol, I use 3 or 4 different web extensions. So
Do you use
once you throw
Backpack?
it- I use Backpack for its own purpose. Yeah, because I can put a custom RPC in there like I can't do on Phantom or Soulflare. So
Okay.
if there's something that I think there's a lot of traffic and I want to try and get ahead of it, I'll use that. So it works for the Mad Lads Mint. I managed to get one on public with the custom RPC, which was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, did not ride that to Valhalla, but the less said about that, the better.
Yeah. Well, you didn't write it back down either, so there's that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I never got. I downloaded. I have a Magic Eden wallet. I have a Backpack wallet. Nothing in either of them. Never used either of them. And Magic Eden now has a you know, they're betaing a mobile app as well, which you'll see that there are a bunch more ambassadors on board, just kind of promoting that.
Why did I get a Magic Eden wallet for? Oh, I got it because they were doing the special open editions. They were very cool.
Yeah.
Monkey DAO.
Yeah.
So they were cool, but I'm not using it for much else. I mainly use I think Soulflare, Phantom, and Backpack on Solana.
Like Phantom and even Soulflare have won like the wallet war in a way. Like
it's very hard to overtake that first mover advantage.
Exactly,
for sure. I've got one hoping you help me farm more diamonds.
Like, what the fuck are they doing with the fucking diamonds? Like,
nobody knows. I don't think they know because we ask in our private chat all the time. We have some you know, in Bear Chat there are a bunch of people who should know, and they keep on saying we're not saying, and it's like they don't know. They don't know what's happening.
Yeah, because they don't know themselves. Well, it was telling when bloody Whales Market rescinded all the
that was
that had happened and said,
bearish.
Everyone take your money back. We have no idea what the hell's going on here.
Yeah.
I also found it weird that Phantom had like a thing, one of their banners pop up in their wallet to say list directly from your wallet, farm diamonds. Which sort of said to me the fact that Magic Eden are going to that to try and encourage that activity. Bit of an interesting one. But yeah, bloody hell, those diamonds. Just tell us what's happening already, for the love of God.
And you know, there's like, are we getting diamonds now that you're on Bitcoin for all of the ordinals or runes that we've bought there? And it's like, you know, it's just it feels like it's just gonna go on and on. It's like this MLM that's gonna go on and on until it's so diluted that it's not, nobody even cares. Or it goes on just so long that nobody cares anyways.
Yeah. And look, if it ends up being awesome, I'll eat my own words. Just put us
absolutely. Please. I think everybody will. I mean, I think a lot of people are counting on it being awesome because they've had tons of volume. I have to say though, one of my big winners, like I guess unexpectedly a little bit, was Tensor. I've held my Tensor, but I also put a bunch of it into a pool and multiplied it by quite a bit, without impermanent loss, without losing a bunch.
That's cool.
On either side.
Nice.
And and I looked at it the other day and it's worth $1.32 now. So I'm like, hey.
It's just broken out of that range.
Yeah.
Ooh, I might have to look at that more. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Not financial
Yeah.
advice, guys, but thanks for
Not
bringing
financial
that to my
advice.
attention.
But yeah, no, it was, so it was one of my little winners, and it was cool because I went to one of Denomics's MCU talks about
MTC. Yeah.
MTC talks about pools, and then I did that. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna try it on my own now, set a range and all of these things, and yeah, that was a winning combo for me, that one. So
Yeah, nice. If I may do a subtle plug, if you're wanting to learn more about this kind of stuff, come join Skribr. We've got tons of free articles, guides to explain different things and talk you through how to use platforms. So yeah, feel free to hit us up if you want to. It's all free as well. All free.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent. Perfect timing on that. He's on the ball. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I always plug it at the end. And also we had the space last night. Dynamic showed up like before he showed up even. I was like, like if you want to learn about DeFi and that sort of stuff, hop into the Skribr, and like Denomics came in and blew them away with just some Denomics knowledge.
Yeah,
and they were all like,
classic
can I DM you?
bombs.
Can I DM you? I was like,
Yeah.
hop into the Skribr Discord. There are like 5
Yeah.
people who can help you with DeFi and LPs and all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's those dotted truth bombs. They've been, oh gosh, I've been around those for years now, and they always seem to come. Just when I think the man's out of ideas, he always has something. I think the biggest thing as well is that he's not afraid to show those losing days. It's very easy when you're farming LP to go, hey, look, I generate this much in fees, but then completely ignore, how much in permanent loss you might have had. So he's been doing something recently where he did like a day by day sort of update of.
Oh yeah, no, he's doing a little experiment. He was telling me.
Yeah, correct. And he was showing like one day was a losing day, but a lot of that divergence loss that only comes into play if you realize it. All those sorts of things, strategies. It's great. Yeah. It's been really awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to the big fella himself.
Dude, super cool. Also, apologies. I haven't done this with my Mavericks yet, so I can't really speak on it as from experience. But Jellicoe launches Mavericks portfolio. So
yeah, I haven't done it myself. Yeah, if I'm being honest. But it seems like from what I've read, and maybe Penzo can offer a bit more details, but I quite like it. It's almost like a branding kit, as far as I can tell. So using your Mavericks, you create some banners, wallpapers, stuff like that, so they can be displayed easily. Make it easy for people to rep you if they want to. Yeah. And they've also mentioned they'll have other functions like monitoring your activity for certain things to give you rewards, almost like what OK Bears did with badges and streaks. So maybe I think it's something like that too. Ultimately, for me personally, I'm still waiting for the big stuff, but that takes time. But I don't think this is a bad initiative in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, there you go. Banners,
and they're randomly rewarding people. Yeah. If you sign up, they're randomly like picking 5 winners a day or something and giving them something for to incentivize people to sign up, is what I read.
Correct.
So so that's cool. I haven't done it yet. I also have 7 Mavericks to do, so it takes time, I guess.
I was talking
if it's an individual sign up thing, over 100. Hopefully not.
Yeah. I can't imagine it would be, but I think it's definitely a good move. Like, make it easy for your members to rep you, and then you have that infrastructure in place for when you do go big, and that's ready to go. So curious to see how it comes to that as well. Carlos doing Carlos things. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's cool. And then Carlos just came back from, was it Romania, and he was super excited about all of the things that he did there, mostly with Gambos. I'm sure that you talked about it on your Jelly Decoder space already, or Jelly Decoders stream already, right?
What? I think that's for you, Vincent.
Yeah. we don't do Jelly decoders.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I didn't know that.
My
bad. No, they used to on a Tuesday.
Oh yeah, no, it's not happening. Okay. Yeah, they got busy with everything, so they canceled on me. So sad.
Or well, never mind. They'll be back.
We're still here for you, Vincent.
Yeah, exactly.
Drip now has a Solana mobile app live.
Oh, cool.
Cool. I don't have much else to say about it than that. It's just a point of information, I guess, at this point. But Drip's in talk to bring like podcasters and in particular, but I think it's just opening the door for more content creators of different sorts. I don't know, like, there's been a lot of back and forth. I don't know where to go with this conversation because like bears are a little bit at war with Drip. Surprise, bears are at war with somebody, but but I mean, when they don't do it without reason, to be honest with you, and
Right.
one of their big
There's a method
things
to
is
the madness.
yeah, one of their big things is they do feel like there's a little bit of artists being taken advantage of by the whole Drip thing. It's like, yeah, okay, great exposure, but like, and then there's also, the discussion about them saying like there are 3 million active wallets or something on Drip, and they feel like that's exaggerated in some ways, maybe.
Well, you have people with multiple wallets using it. For
Yeah,
sure.
you do. You
Yeah,
do, for sure. But yeah, it's still quite an incredible number.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. They would have to handle it like in a way where like I think if you're expanding the scope of Drip, I think there has to be a more solid compensation for people or in it's beautiful to get the exposure, but at a certain point it's like people can't pay rent on exposure.
So
I
to
think is
play
one of the
devil's
arguments.
advocate, if I may,
Sure, please.
would it not be then on the onus of the artists themselves to negotiate that fact?
I'm sure it would be, but like I think that
but they might
at
not
some
have as much
point,
bargaining power.
yeah, and definitely from the artist perspective, it's like you need people to know about you in order for them to pay money for you, right? So that's kind of, and Drip was Solana Spaces first. So there was 2 brick and mortar stores, one in Miami, one in New York. And they closed those down like with a month's notice, and then they started Drip because they thought it was a better onboarding experience. And while I think maybe at first it's like kind of, for lack of a better word for it, it feels kind of listless or directionless at a certain point. It's like, great, I get 10 CNFTs of art each week. Like, what is the end game here? So I feel like it's an opportunity for them to restructure, right, in a way that's mutually beneficial, but also like for a podcaster, why would they do it unless there's some sort of compensation when they can just go post it on YouTube or Spotify and at least make the minimal monetization from that,
Yeah. I think you make a great point, actually. I know when I first started on Drip, I was like, yeah, this is cool. You go in, you open that chest. And I just stopped doing it at some point because I was like, okay. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can do to re-engage that. Mind you, I've got a really short attention span.
But it's because Web3, like when you're expecting to get rewarded, right? So if you get airdrop of something that's worthless, after 2 hours, you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
for sure.
I mean, the art for some people, the art thing was cool. Like getting a free Degen poet when Degen poet was like, I think at one stage his floor price was it was what I would consider crazy. So it was making it so you could own a piece of Degen poet, but there's okay, it's free, so it's not exclusive, and then you could open those chests. I probably open one of those chests once a month. I've never gotten a legendary, so I kind of like given up, but if you can get a legendary that's a little more rare that maybe 10,000 people don't have dropped to their wallet, that could be cool still, but it's kind of all based on speculation that someday like this 1 out of 100 Degen poet from Drip
Mhm.
House will be worth something, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I just feel like
And
people.
that's a great point. Yeah.
It
Like
works in a bull market,
fundamentally, it's about, yeah.
but like the whole NFT market is dead.
Yeah, but this is
so-
not NFTs. This is more art NFTs, right?
Yeah,
So
which is
our
even
art's
like
a little bit of a different
niche.
market because people aren't buying it expecting anything from a founder. You just buy it, right? So it's a little bit of a
Yeah.
different market, and that's what initially NFTs were. It was about art, and it was solving the problem of provenance. So the art market is a little bit different with the NFTs because people they aren't even really expecting price go up utility. You know, they buy something they like or to support an artist they like. But you know, with a like John Lay or a maybe at one stage Degen Poet, I think he's a little, maybe slightly overexposed at this point, but you know, those kind of people you were hoping. But like, you know, I have a bunch of Birkin bags that one stage were worth $10, but I like them enough that I kept them, and they're now worth about not $10, 10 sol, and now they're worth about 0.85 sol. But I think that when there is like, I don't think it's gonna be the same market as regular NFTs. Like at a certain point, people are gonna come back around to art NFTs, and it might not be the same timing as other NFTs. You know.
I think it also fundamentally comes down to what's the incentive for involvement. If people are getting involved because they enjoy the art and they want to be able to collect these things, or are they doing it in the hope of scoring a legendary and making bank as well?
But
so how you engage people is a big part of the equation too.
If they were not for the price, it will still have a market right now. But that's not the case, right?
Yeah.
So
I guess
like,
so
everyone
how
is
much
driven by price going up. Because when price go down, nobody cares anymore.
Well, it depends on what your expectations
are. No,
if you got a free item, there's less concern for price go up.
Yeah, there is less concern. But I mean, if you look at the IRL art market, people buy art because they like it. They hope price goes up. And some people buy it because they think price is going to go up. But there's also this knowledge that price might not go up. You might be waiting until the artist dies for price to go up. You know what I'm saying? So
which is still
speculation.
Which is still speculation. Like if you like the
art,
I
mean, everything is speculation. But I think everything is speculation. But I think that, you know, you're not going to go back to Degen Poet and say, well, I was expecting this to be 10,000 sol by now. You're just, you know, whereas there are people legit in projects to this day going like, why is the floor price this? Less so now because everything's this. But you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit of a different market in that respect.
No,
all right.
but nobody cares because everything is red. But like the reach of Degen Poet increase the day it will sell a piece for 50 sol. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think he did it once. You know, he was there once.
Come on, 2 years ago.
Possibly.
Yeah.
All right. So Crown, the photo finish token is coming out. I don't know a lot about photo finish, so this is just a point of information for people who are into it. That Crown is coming for you, and then a piece for our friend Pengzu. Yeah, sure. Do you have
so my understanding of it? No, my understanding of it is it's I'm not involved personally, but it's the new season of staking that's come out. But one of our creators, Hidden Hunting, has created a whole series of articles breaking down photo finish for anyone who does want to get involved. And like some of the stats seem pretty impressive. Like they gave
crazy.
I think it was about $5.5 million in rewards for season 15. Like that's it. Up till season 15, which is incredible as well.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So if anyone's interested in looking at that, shout out to our creator, Hidden Hunting, for those. Because they are some awesome articles that he's done for us there.
Cool. All right.
How do you make sure like the authors are not manipulated?
That'll be a question for those articles. I'm not in the project personally. I wouldn't be able to answer that with
doubt
confidence.
there's any way, like, there's always manipulation somewhere along the line, I'm sure.
No, but if it's regulated, it's like going to the casino. Then it's cool. But like if it's not regulated, and okay, so if they run the race from like a white label Web2 company, then okay. If it's like an in-house product developed by a Web3 company, which is audited by my mother, that's different.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think they've got a whole lot more.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah,
with
of course,
Derby and stuff like
with that amount of money on the market on the table, I hope that it's like properly. I should talk about it with Aaron. I should invite him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true, because they've got the destables thing going. Yeah. And I'm curious with I think what was that one that came out like a competitor to them, Owners Club. They're sort of still in their beta phases. So
that's cool.
That if if there a challenger in the midst, we'll see.
Nice.
I don't understand horse racing in real life, let alone on Web3. So it's probably best for me I stay away from the gambling anyway.
Fastest horse wins. That's all you need to know. About horse racing, ultimately. All right. Anything else on photo finish?
Nope.
Okay, so last point on the thing is for our friend Pengzu.
Yeah,
Pudgy Penguins hits 1 billion views on Jiffy. And I believe that something of Pengzu's got branded the other day, didn't it, Pengzu? I think so. So congrats on that if it did. I think so. I think that's what I read on the timeline. I don't know if he's still here, but
if so, that's huge.
Yeah, I think so. And like Justin Bieber was spotted with a Pudgy Penguin keychain this week. Moose, who's another big penguin, Pudgy. He had a picture of that.
It's 20 billion. It's not 1 billion. It's 20.
That's still crazy. Their gifts are so damn good, though. What they've done with all of that,
and half of them is Pengzu.
Yeah,
I think V is gone again.
Yeah, Pengzu. Yeah, Pengzu, his Pudgy's got its own GIF. Yeah. Oh, that's a really cute one. Yeah,
that's what you said, bro.
Yeah.
All right. You know, like this joke is like you have to be over 30 to say
it. Do you really? Well, that rules me out then. No, I just doxed my age.
V, are you here? V. Okay, V, you have to refresh. But yeah, 20B for Giphy. So send Pudgy Penguins back to 50 ETH. Let's go. Or 20
I still got to work on getting my Panda one.
I bought a little. I bought a little Pudgy. A little one.
I haven't had a chance to stay dialed into it all. Hopefully things settle down a bit for work, and he has a few gifts. There you go. I actually have a few gifts.
20 billion views.
Jeez, what a flex!
The news was wrong then. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's 20 billion views. Nice. It said 1 billion in the news I read, so sorry for fake news. All right. So yeah, that's dope. Congrats, Pengzu. Like, good play. All right. Anything else?
I need to get my
Nothing from me.
No.
I'd love to we need to get Pengzu back on doing a show at some point. I really loved that first one.
Yeah.
Hint, Pengzu. Hint.
Yeah.
No pressure.
So guys, thanks for joining us today. If you are not subscribed to the Decoders channel on YouTube, please do so now. If you have not liked and viewed at least 10 videos, please do so now. If you are not following Skribr on Twitter and in the Twitter Discord, and especially if you have any burning questions about DeFi and LPs and anything that we've discussed today, and you want to utilize those guides, please do so now. There is going to come a time where some of that information is available to the general public and some of it is not. So take advantage of it while it is available.
Can
Also
neither
follow.
confirm nor deny.
Well, someday, I'm not saying when, I'm just saying, someday in the future, it's not going to be available. And yes, we can either confirm or deny. Well, I mean, eventually, yes. Anyways, so hop in, check out some stuff, tap in with everybody. Skribr, Decoders, Vincent Decoders. Follow us all on Twitter. You know the drill. Thanks so much, guys. Have
Thank
a great
you.
rest of the week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Queenslander.
And
That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We'll see you in the next one. But before that, make sure to subscribe, like, and share the video.
Important.